Greetings and welcome to the Swollen Eyeball Studies, where we obsess over bugs and talk way too much. I am your host, Lady Zeno, joined by my co-host, Flamgo, our leader, Bryce, as well as Sarah, Zopi, Rula, Lovely Bunny, Kaya, and RikaRikaw.
Hi.
Let's go.
Today we'll be covering Bestest Friend, which notably includes the intro. We finally get to talk about that. Yo, it's our logo. It's us.
Hey,
Yes,
we stole it.
us.
It's us.
Rejoice.
Invader
Okay,
Zim
you know
Lost
what?
Found.
Actually, this is actually a really good time to like do a blend of what is at least the beginning of the remastered project, because we're probably not going to touch remastered for a very long time besides just this intro.
Because we need it.
Yeah, because we need it for Squishy. So yeah, let's straight up go frame by frame for this, because I would love to work with Flamgo and Zeno on this. So this invasion part, this should absolutely be in 16:9. Look at this travesty of how it gets cut off on both sides. This show was ahead of its time. If this was 16:9, it would perfectly fit 16:9.
Deliciously.
Deliciously. Like a glove. Yes, it should absolutely do that. So I am excited for this part specifically. That is the thing that has pissed me off the most, is that the invasion does not fit the screen.
Oh, when the text slides in, is it like ease in? Or like ease out? Like the movement, it slows down? I think it.
I mean, and all this happened so fast.
It seems
I mean, like, technically
to be
within a couple
even,
frames,
actually. Like, it
it's
slows
almost even
down at
except for
the end.
Last couple frames. Like, it really,
Just slight.
not noticeable. It's actually really interesting how many in shows like this that do twos, like, there's so many frames that are missing, and your brain just fills in the gaps.
Yeah, that's why animating on twos is so cool, because it saves so much money and so much time when you don't even need them, because your brain will just fill them in.
And since this is an animation study, let's can we define what we mean by twos, ones, threes, and fours?
Of course. On twos means that there is a new drawing every other frame, and on threes would mean that there is a new drawing every third frame. And
Fours are very rare.
Isn't that like anime that they do fours?
I thought yes, but also
perhaps.
like Avatar: The Last Airbender is definitely on threes.
Yeah, like you go lower frame rate for anime.
There's like one shot in all of, I know this is an Avatar thing, but you know what? The person who made Avatar is the art director on Invader Zim. Okay, so yeah. Did you know that? Brian
That's
Knizka?
why the hobo from Invader Zim is in Avatar.
Really?
Yeah, the corn guy.
The whole ordeal turned me into a hobo.
Oh.
Oh wow. Also, the Urchins like lift their fists in like 2 frames. It's very fast.
Oh yeah, it's so fast.
Last episode of
Avatar:
Last
Yeah, it's
Airbender,
literally
Aang
just
was
boom there.
Yeah, no, yeah, it really is. So in the last episode of Avatar: Last Airbender, when Aang goes into the Avatar state, there's a brief moment where it's animated on ones, and it's like such a cool moment. I don't know if that ever happens in Invader Zim. Can you think of anything that's like animated on ones?
If anything, maybe the vehicles, because they're CG. But I don't know if they do that in this show, but like on Gravity Falls, if there's like a 3D vehicle, they will move on ones. Or at least
Zim
planet checkers.
Oh, maybe.
Zim flying in space.
We'll check that out.
In the Christmas episode, there's a moment where it seems like it's done on 6s.
Yeah, it's super choppy.
is
We'll get to
dancing.
that when we get to the Christmas episode. Anyway, here,
Okay.
yeah,
Anyways.
for fast movements like this, you do not have to draw the entire movement. It is much snappier if you literally just do, like, just a little bit of settling, and bam, just instantly up.
Legit, this whole thing is going to be 3 frames that we have to draw. It's just in the sides.
Well, 4, but yeah.
4?
Yeah. Boom, boom,
1,
boom.
2, 3, 4. Oh, you're right. It's 4. But hey, 4 frames, and you could reuse a lot of the assets from the first one.
Yeah, you can literally just, like, snap from pose 1 to settling in the pose 2. And boom, there you go. You don't have to draw a lot of that. Yeah, and then quick zoom in.
Very quick.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
There.
I saw someone Photoshop on Mike Wazowski eye on that frame with just his head.
There's another example of fast actions being very, very few, like, drawings. It's literally just he's peeking out and then boom! It's the launch like a cat. They tend to do that a lot in this series. They have very, like, small anticipation, then suddenly they'll just be launched in the air.
Yeah, your brain
With some
fills in the
whoosh
gaps.
sounds to lie to your brain.
His dress has like weird stripes. Or his
Yeah,
tunic or
his
whatever.
tunic is colored very weirdly in this, as we'll note later. Also, he has 4 fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
true.
the tunic it's supposed to be like a 3D effect.
Yeah,
the
they added like a
lights
3D
because-
effect to it, but nothing else in the series
Yeah.
suggests
Not very
it
well
would be like
executed, in my
that.
opinion.
Nah, it
So-
it looks kind of neat, but not really logical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zeno and I were talking before very heavily about
Make a
what we
giveaway
would
joke.
do with the remastered project. And we had a question on whether we're going to fix animation errors like having 4 fingers or the tallest design and everything. And we were planning on doing that. And I wasn't able to be part of the first Nightmare Begins one that much. And so now that I'm like finally here, we've covered so many animation errors that I think we need to just not fix the animation errors. I think we just need to like let
Fair
them
enough.
be, just because like it would just be
But
an absolute
If we
nightmare.
redraw
It would be kinda
if we
like
redraw parts
whitewashing
of the
the
intro,
past.
we are absolutely fixing at least the anatomy errors. That's the ones that get me.
You know what? Fine. Intro, we'll fix everything because
If we're
I do
using
wanna
it for
make sure
squishy, it should be fixed.
Yes, true, because we need to make it like as different as possible while like remaining the same. So Zim, we're gonna straight up just Zim's gonna have 3 fingers. Zim's gonna have 3 fingers, and then we're gonna make sure Flamgo gives him the correct antennae here because
And
these
teeth.
are not. And teeth? What's wrong with his teeth?
He has a square teeth. Go forward a few frames.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. See?
Sort. Oh, here it
There-
is.
in that
yeah,
one.
you're right.
Yeah,
It's
okay, there it is.
They are
Yeah,
square
and the
in the intro.
blurriness like hit it a little bit. Also,
Yeah,
you'll
but
see,
no,
yeah,
they
he
are
stretches
indeed square.
upwards and then settles. That's a very key part of
Aw.
good animation. And he just kind of stays there for a while, and then oh, there they are, the silhouette of the tallest.
So
I like the way
cool.
they come
Just-
into
oh
here.
my
Flames.
gosh.
They just cut through here.
More of
That is
this.
very cool.
Like more
They're
of
like
this
dragons.
silhouette thing.
Oh yeah, we
gosh.
barely see this done in the actual series. Wow, look at all their silhouettes.
Only Miss Beaters.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just like reserved this effect for her, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Also, wrong tongue.
Wrong tongue.
Wrong
Okay,
color
I'm
on
gonna-
his tunic. This looks really weird.
Yeah.
Zeno, I think you're incorrect about this tongue thing. I think
Yeah?
I think the Bible rule is if it's cute, it gets this tongue. If it's not, it gets whatever tongue they normally have.
Okay.
Dear God,
It's
that
just-
feels
it's one of
so
those
wrong
break the laws of
though.
So
physics
it's
thing.
basically.
Oh, that
I
feels
know it
so
is.
privilege.
wrong.
I know.
It's
I
pretty
know.
privilege.
I agree. Like when I would first watch the show, like I knew for sure that was Zim's wrong tongue, and it always bothered me until I don't know if it's in the. I thought it was in the commentary. You know, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was in the commentary somewhere where they discussed that this was a rule.
Don't remember
That's
that.
I mean,
but
it
I'd
is
have
cute.
to find it.
Okay, but yeah, so the rule is like, you know, if it's cute, it has to squeak. If it's cute and it has a tongue, it has this tongue, always, regardless of what tongue they actually have. If it needs to push down a door with a foot, it's going to be a massive boot that's bigger than the person. Like that's, it's one of those things.
Cartoony logic. Yeah, there you go.
Aw.
Squeeze his eyes.
Please, that's so cute.
Zoom in here.
He's
Yeah.
just a little guy.
And then you have the tallest. Bam! And yeah, it just flashes white here.
I believe I can fly.
Yep.
It's a
So
good
we're doing
transition.
Impact?
The child.
It is.
That's a
It
good
is.
way to do impact.
And when the
just-
tallest blink as silhouettes, you just don't see their eyes at all. You just have no eyes
Also-
for a sec.
Zim is so well animated here. Like,
yeah, look at that
this is-
turnaround. Actually, this
Yeah,
looks to
this-
be
Parkour.
like a bit
Parkour.
smoother than usual.
Wait, is this ones?
Is that a ones?
Yes, this would be.
Wow, look at that.
We found it,
It
guys.
reminds me a lot of
That is
Sonic
awesome.
Mania,
We found the
how
one.
they give the characters like a million sprites just to do their like smooth turnarounds. Oh, it looks so good.
So,
So
like,
yeah,
don't
I
know
was
who they
correct.
hired.
When they are interacting with a 3D object and rotating with it, that's
It's
when they do
ones.
ones.
I'm shocked we found it so quick. Well, I'm glad we
Earth's
discussed
eyes are
what ones
green.
were then. Do you think Zim is CG in that shot where he like spins around? Or do
No.
you think
That
they
is
hired
not
some brilliant
CG.
animator
I've
to do
seen
that?
Zim in
That's
CG in the
maybe-
series. That is just hand-drawn frames.
that is
Guys,
fucking
it
awesome?
can always be a
Isn't it?
3D model
The
that
Voot is
was
3D.
traced over.
I mean, yeah, but we
Doesn't
see
move.
Zim in 3D later, and he looks completely different in 3D.
Also,
think
Gur has
that
green
was a-
eyes.
Yeah, he has green
Oh.
eyes here. It looks kind of weird to me.
It's the green
Should
screen
we fix
effect
that?
that got away.
I mean, it's not like the end of the world if we don't, I think. Yeah, there's the Voot,
His little
the
spin.
Armada. I didn't realize how similar a lot of the
So-
ships look here. They all have the logo on it.
So yeah, this part is going to be a nightmare for the remastered.
Wait, that's Conventia. Sorry, I thought that might have been Urk for a second. No, it's definitely
Nope.
Conventia. That's me being a doofus.
I mean, hopefully there's somewhere on the internet there are
Right.
pre-made models.
There's
of
the
the ship.
Earth, and like I said, always a hurricane. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
I'm getting mauled.
Always.
I'm gonna get mauled.
You live in Florida.
Rip
What do you
Flamingo.
expect?
And yeah,
Well, yeah, we get like.
yeah, Voot Cruiser's
least
on
20
ones.
a year.
3D assets are on ones.
Why
you
is
can
he
do
going
that
to
with
South
3D.
America?
And all of this is on ones.
Yep, so all 3D. There's a
So-
house.
Nice graphics.
Oh, then Zim pops
Beautiful.
out from behind it.
Also, the house construction scene will also be a nightmare.
Yeah.
No, it won't
And the
because none of it
lights.
is off the screen. It's all in the middle.
Some of the tentacles extend outwards.
Yeah, but that's not a ton of work. Like I think when it comes to like the ships and everything, like that's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
That's where a Bloody Gur would be.
If
right here.
this
In
was Mortos, yes.
Mortos.
This isn't Mortos. Alright.
Space Dookie files.
Yeah, Dib. I always love how he looked here.
He has
Yeah,
that
the
anime shine.
Yeah, and it's
So
little
almost
3D
everything in the
tentacles.
theme song is ones.
Weirdly.
And
Yeah.
A lot of things in the theme song are ones, yeah, because that's the
Yeah,
case for a
so
lot of
much
shows.
happens.
Because they get to reuse the animation, it's usually people's first impression. They'll go the hardest on it. Oh,
And there's
Gaz! Oh, I love her
Oh,
stance
yay!
here.
My girl.
She's my girl too.
Yeah.
Our
I never
girl.
noticed until
I
now
want
she had a
to
shadow
see my
in the
little
theme song.
girl.
Oh, she does. Oh, and it's actually
never
shaped
noticed
like
that
her.
until now.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
where the fuck is if that's the shadow, where is the light coming from? Because
It's
it's,
the same,
also
from the
in
Oh,
same
front of
yeah.
her.
side of the shadow. What?
Yeah, that's weird lighting, but
There's a
That
light
is
in front of her
weird.
and behind her somehow.
I don't
Maybe
know.
Look at
it's
that
like
silhouette.
I don't know. She's
it's
also on like a abstract background, so does light really
maybe
exist
it
here?
could be a hint of supernatural things.
Maybe.
Yeah, because she straight up has powers.
she's spooky.
So wait, let me see if the shadow
Park.
mimic. Yeah, it mimics her movement exactly. In modern animation software, I know exactly how you would do this. It's usually with like a ton of nodes, which are just how do I describe nodes? They're just I guess, like, effects that you apply to animation layers to, like, you can apply, like, blurs, or you can apply, like, a color overlay. That's how you would do
I would
that.
imagine this part would be pretty easy for the remastered project.
She doesn't actually grab onto the
Yeah,
side of the
'cause it's
screen. She just kind of swishes it with magic.
Yeah, she doesn't
I like
even
that
touch
Gaz
it.
I love that she like wipes the transition, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, she guides
Yeah.
it.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
But she actually, she's
Doesn't
not
actually
actually
grab it.
touching
She's
it.
not touching it,
Yeah,
but she's
that's
guiding
it.
it still.
Yeah, oh, it's Gaz's powers.
Yeah.
Why does girl look green screened in?
That's how animation is.
It's
Oh,
funny.
wait. Oh, yeah,
look at
there's...
that frame. Hold up. Yeah, there's that frame. Okay, so for remastered, what are we gonna do for this frame?
This?
Yeah, this one.
You continue the pattern of, like, you see how there's some spikes coming out behind him?
Yeah.
You just continue that in the edge. That's it.
Nice.
Just
I
expand
never
the
even
gray.
noticed that there was this frame where, like, it's almost all gone, but not quite.
Yeah. And then zoom out on him. He has a little diagram.
Aw.
And we have a little shot from Bestest Friend down
Well, let's
there.
take a look at the diagram.
You see,
of the-
okay, you want to talk about easy? This is going to be the easiest. That's just a grid.
Yeah.
There's the Urkin
What
text.
does this say? What does it say?
I'll
I know
translate
the
it in
fanon
post.
alphabet, but not the canon alphabet.
Flamego and I should have touched on this more, but yeah. If you've been using this as your Urkin language reference, hate to be the one to tell ya, but these DVD subtitles are the most canon Urkin alphabet we have, so use this one next time. Yet another lie brought to you by the Invader Zim Wiki. God damn it.
V, Y, and Z do not have canon alphabet letters, though.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
this'll-
true.
Okay.
They call Zim
Um,
like im in the Urkin subtitles.
Wow,
Yeah.
Okay.
It is just gibberish.
Yeah. There's okay, so that means
KM.
nothing. Good to know. Or
It's
if
just
okay,
symbols.
you
It's
wanted
symbols.
like an actual solid headcanon for that, it might be serial numbers. We could just like, you know how products will have like a bunch of random like letters or numbers that signify their model? We could just kind of
Serial number
headcanon
F3,
that
oh,
that's
like a
his
barcode.
serial
Fine.
nodes for like his different parts.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
always like put subliminal messages saying gibberish or funny stuff.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
I've
so
seen
we're
a
just
lot
going
of
with,
people.
Doesn't mean anything. All right.
I've seen a lot of people translate, like, if they need, like, some quick Urkin text, they'll just translate something from the wiki. There we go. You got
Gotcha.
big ol' zoom in here. That's gonna be interesting
This is
to
all
do.
one.
Ball of yarn.
Oh, they
Yes.
use just a picture of pipes to wrap it around.
Yeah.
It's not all the 3D pipes. You can
Yeah,
see that
because
it's
why would you
upward.
render all that?
I know, yeah. But, like, you can
There's
really
only
see there.
so many.
Yeah, you can see
Especially in
the flat.
2001.
You can see the flat layer. You can see where it cuts off, too, where the texture
Yep,
cuts.
see where it repeats.
I didn't notice that. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
notice
so
that. They tried-
interesting. Oh,
tried-
it looks
it
like
looks
a PS2 game.
Yeah, it looks like you can see they tried hiding it, but they didn't hide
I didn't
it well
notice
enough.
it till now, so they did a good job.
I mean, PS2 was out at this time.
Yeah, you can also see the, like, one of the pipes, like, near the bottom, like, clipping through the,
Yep.
like, the geometry
Yeah.
of the
You can
Earth.
see the pipes intersecting each other.
Oh,
Yeah, I see that.
So interesting. Anyway, yeah, here's them. And also, again, weird lighting on his, like, tunic here.
It looks better here than on the beginning, though.
It does look pretty good, but even Jonan
Yeah.
comments
Blow
that
up.
that's weird.
Zim on top of the house, his shirt is actually like striped, like dark red, light red, dark red. As opposed to just having lines on it. I never noticed that because his
Isn't
shirt
that
should
key?
just have lines on it.
That's because you don't care.
It also
Is it
is
made
Are
of
the
metal?
teeth correct?
No,
Teeth are not
There's
correct.
not
No, it's
the
just as
worst,
spooky.
but not correct.
they're square.
I think for these teeth we should just.
Yeah, and then, yeah, first one used is the urinal shot, which he looks weirdly tall here. I'm just gonna say that.
So these ending
Yeah.
shots, they kind of remind me of couch gags, except instead of a bunch of them, there's like 3 different ones, but one unique one for each holiday special. Like
Yeah,
there's a
I
unique
love
one for
those.
Halloween and a unique one for Christmas. But like for the most part, there's like 3 different shots. There's this one, Zim on the blacktop, and then there's one of him like walking Gur.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Zim never needs to use these urinals because he wouldn't be able to reach it up to the urinals.
It doesn't even have a...
Yeah,
Exactly.
he doesn't need them, thankfully. All right,
whatever
yay, that's the
would be
intro. And then
called in
all of
American.
these come in.
Okay, so big question here for Remastered Project. How the fuck are we doing this?
Wing it. I don't know.
Wing it.
Also, I love the way look at how the geometry like comes in, like this frame.
Yeah,
It's
it just
literally
appears.
just like one piece at a time. But the way it looks like
One
they
piece?
did it.
We found the one piece.
Okay, the way it looks like they did it is like how I would achieve this effect is in Photoshop. Like I would draw the complete like that entire complete geometry, and then for each frame going back, erase. Oh wait, no, not for that part. That one actually squishes. For the rest of it, erase, 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 erase. Yeah, just bit by bit, and
I think I
that's
can make something
pretty
like
good effect.
this in After Effects.
ooh. Also, look at this
So, I was
3D
thinking-
like screen here. I love that.
Yes.
Oh,
So I was
wow.
thinking for Remastered, we would have this little border and I guess just try to stretch it on the sides to make it fit as much as 16 by 9 as possible, but I think it won't fit it all the way, and so we're gonna just have like these cords. In the background.
Outside of this, like, yeah, like outside of this, I would just put more cords because this looks perfect in 4x3.
It does. Unfortunately, this part looks best in 4x3, but we need
Yeah,
to
but
fix it.
you can just kind of, I would just make the outside wires really, really dark, and it would achieve the same effect. There
Okay.
we go. And created by Jonan. And
I
also,
can
I
only
don't.
imagine like on our
Don't think those letters mean
remaster we
anything
can
either.
put another symbol with our group name.
Let's
Replace
replace
the
like
Nickelodeon
yeah,
logo.
replace the Nickelodeon because we're not officially associated with them.
On television, the Nickelodeon doesn't appear.
Oh really?
Huh.
Neither. It also doesn't appear
yeah, it
on a
doesn't.
few episodes of the DVD. Like I have the DVDs as well, and the Nickelodeon logo does not appear in all the episodes.
On the Internet Archive, there are uploads of people's TV recordings from live airings, so I might have to check that later.
My Nubs of Doom on the channel has its Mortos opening, and there's no
Oh, that's interesting.
spaceship because it's recorded
So-
from television.
So
Oh,
a
that's why
really
I use
interesting
Mortos.
thing is that I don't know if this is true in the TV cut of The Most Horrible Christmas Ever, but in the director's cut of Most Horrible Christmas Ever, instead of saying created by Jonan Vasquez, it just says by Jonan Vasquez.
Interesting.
Oh.
But like I said,
And that's our
That's the
breakdown
intro,
theme song,
yay!
which we'll never do again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only parts I'll like note in future parts is it's literally just gonna be like the ending
The
shot
specific.
because there's gonna
Yeah.
be different ones. Anyway, yeah, peas.
He has mashed potatoes in 2 compartments.
I mean, to be fair, I
Yeah, we
imagine
need
the
to-
potatoes
we need
would
to
be
fix that.
more edible.
I mean, one
No,
is
get them
mashed
out of his
potatoes and
eyes.
the other one
Yes.
is potato salad.
Oh,
No,
wait,
those are mashed
oh!
potatoes. Get them out of my eyes.
despite
I
like,
changed shape. That is so weird.
as we're about to see
Yeah.
later on, despite Zim like not having a visible nose, he can still sniff. So I've always headcanoned that he's had like that we don't see it, but I have a headcanon that he has like nose slits similar to what a lizard would have.
Or my avatar
He
has.
breathes with his eyes,
Or he breathes with his eyes. Who knows?
as implied in Rise of the Zip Boy. He breathes with his eyes.
Maybe. Or he
Yeah,
could have
but
just been
breathing
fully
and
did there.
smelling
But
is not
that's
the
a
same
discussion
thing,
for
so-
that episode. Anyway.
So
Yeah.
when it comes
God,
to
this
Zim's
is so
eyes
season
here,
1.
Yeah. Well, gee, I wonder why.
The lizard mouth, the
Yeah, the lizard
So,
mouth, the eyes being like really high when they're like half lidded. That's so season 1.
Yeah, I want to at this shot right here. Flamingo for season 2. Does this like? Because I know like the top part of his eyes it stays for season 2. Do they keep this bottom part where it like also kind of like indents in the middle? Or it's like the reverse end? Because I feel like they don't do
know.
I don't feel like they do either. Now that you say that. don't know, I'll have
maybe
to
in a
look.
Yeah,
smear
it's something we'd
frame,
have to
but
check. Yeah. This is a little like weird sniffing. I don't know, like the bottom of his mouth looking so like his little
Those
squiggle mouth.
wiggle.
Written by Roman Dirge?
Never again.
Yeah.
Never again the squiggle mouth.
The guy that made Lenore?
Yeah, Roman Dirge is who Dirge is named after in this episode.
How did I come to work on Zim? It's a sordid tale. I've been friends with Jonan for about 9 years, so they asked him to do this little thing, and he just sort of brought me on board. It was the right thing to do for him.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know Dirge was named after a writer.
Yeah, so is like Rob Hummel the student. There's Rob Hummel the writer. Yeah. Sometimes they do a little zigzag mouth with Zim here.
Which is
They
wrong.
don't do
ever
that
do
now.
that.
Yeah, we don't do that later.
We don't do that here.
It has a specific
Ew.
name.
Now, whose stuff is this up front? This is Ian?
Yes, this is me. This is the beginning.
Yeah, you know, I can always tell your Zim.
Thank you.
Your Zim always has like a certain look around the neck. Ian's little wobbly lips.
Aw.
The wobbly Ian lips.
Hey, it was the first episode, you know, we were learning.
His mouth. What the hell?
What is this?
That is not.
His mouth.
Bro. That's like an
Why
emoji
is
mouth.
it the other way? Yeah, that's true. It almost looks like his mouth is open there.
Yeah,
Just shoves him.
that happens really fast.
Wait.
That action happens really fast.
He
I
doesn't
feel
even
like that
react
was
to
on
it.
ones, too.
That's fair
I
enough.
feel like that little action there was on ones as well because it was so fast.
Yes.
Was it actually?
I don't know. I feel
Do-
like it seems like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That
So I
was
guess
the
we're
ones.
learning something about that. Is that like if you need like something like really fast and detailed, like put on ones.
Yep. Also, peas. Peas to meet you. Whoa! Oh!
Rest in peace.
Wait! Oh, animation error. Look at his torso.
What?
It's
Oh
flipping
my
to the
God.
table.
Oh,
Oh.
he has
Oh.
become the table.
I'm not looking at that
I
the same way ever.
Also, his
Hold on.
pants are pink here.
Wait,
Yeah.
go back when he jumps up.
Pink
Oh.
pants.
Okay, go forward one frame. Go forward another.
He looks like a dog.
Eyebrows.
A dog barking.
Oh, eyebrows, no! Also, look at his
Eyebrows.
pants. Look at his pants change color.
Ugh,
Oh god.
that's rough.
Oh.
Oh, and now they're black again. So
And now he dies of cringe.
maybe they did pink, like for the whole thing, and then later on they're like, you know what, it should be black, and then they like try to go back and fix everything, and they didn't get this.
Yeah,
part.
coloring errors are so weird. Like, trust me, when I was working on Poonchi, I had so many coloring errors, but only because of the software I was working in. Did not want to behave. Also,
You know all these
square
kids'
teeth.
names?
I was going to ask something like that. When we do the animation, like every person does a whole scene, like their assigned scene, or are we going to have like the person who animates and the person who cleans up and the person who colors everything? Like, how are we going up? What's
Those
the
are
process here?
That is a great question that I think an animator would know better. I've done very little animation. I know basic squash
Honestly-
and stretch stuff.
Honestly, I appreciated your really old like animations using paper cutout drawings because to me I saw that they could to me those were made with blood, sweat, tears, and passion.
Yeah, that's why
Yep,
everyone
those are
loves
all
the
colored
multi-animator projects. But I don't know. We'll have to think about that
Which
when
we will be
before we start.
assessing my
Yeah.
Robo-Parents Gone Wild done with colored pencils.
Yeah. 'Cause no one else did Robo-Parents.
I
Yeah,
particularly
I
really
want you
like
guys to
your
absolutely roast my
To me-
Robo-Parents.
Aw.
my favorite one that you did was Simon Says Doom. I really
Why
loved
did
that
you laugh
one.
like a French person right now? What was that?
I
Uh,
don't laugh like a French person.
I love that kid's green
Alright.
screen shirt.
I mean, at least it
Really
wasn't
quick.
done with
Looks like
crayons.
his purple
Okay.
shirt.
Really quick,
Can
I
I-
have
can I
a
say
story
something
for
real quick?
Simon Says Doom. I know we'll get there eventually, but I have a quick story. I don't know if I'll remember it later.
Okay.
Simon Says Doom. I had because I did Robo-Parents pretty detailed. I like a lot of frames, and then I did each of those episodes in a week. And for Simon Says Doom, I did the whole thing. It was really detailed. It was a lot more detailed in animation than Robot Parents Gone Wild. And then as I was uploading the frames to a DVD that I was doing, I didn't have a computer back then. This was all of it was done using like literally a DVD camera.
Oh wow.
And other recording equipment. Yeah, it was all manual by hand. And my dad tripped over the camera as I was working on it, and then it whipped it onto the ground and broke the camera and the disc.
No way.
Oh,
and
wow.
the disc.
Oof.
Oh.
The whole episode was corrupted.
And that's why it's called Invader Zim Lost and Found. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Roll credits.
In a day, Simon Says Doom, I had to reshoot everything with all just the materials that I had left over, and I was so pissed because it ended up looking so much worse.
Oh.
And I feel so bad, and I feel like because of that, like I wanna, if we're gonna ever redo animations of like the older ones, after we do the new ones, I would want to like crush Simon Says Doom. I would want to make that one look like so good. I think that episode has a lot of potential to be a good episode. I just think it needs like a lot of polish to like a lot of the comedy.
In other words, you want to redeem. So in other words, you want to redeem yourself.
Redemption arc.
Absolutely. Yes.
Also, I have a
this whole
question.
thing.
Yes.
So I've been arguing with my mom a lot, but like, how do you pronounce crayon? Because she says it's pronounced crayon.
Oh my god.
Crayon.
All right.
Crayon.
But I pronounce it crayon.
Here we go.
Okay, Bestest Friend. Do you know all these guys' names? Zeno?
Some of them.
I recognize
not
Cont,
the kid.
I recognize
not
Rob.
the kid with the like the electric lime shirt. I do not know what his name is.
You could
Smile
green
C,
screen
guys.
that shirt.
The kid with the green shirt dresses how I dress in real life.
I recognize Chunk,
Okay,
Rob,
so it's Flamgo.
Carl, and Mary.
Yup.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
left
if
to
you were
right.
to like drop this
Rob
in front of
Hummel.
me,
And then in the background, Zeta is with the purple hair. Mary is the girl with the ponytail, and then Chunk is the orange-haired kid.
okay, the guy in the middle that I've never seen before. I would be convinced that like if you drop this in front of me frame by frame, I would be like, oh, you edited that character in. That's not the character in.
You edited my OC in.
Yeah, that's what
Guarantee
I thought.
you this
I'm
is
like,
no
someone
one's
put
OC.
their OC in this. That is nobody.
And he never shows up again.
Oh yeah, here's Jessica.
Jessica.
Yeah, our
And she's animated with the same eye shape as Gaz.
she is. She's our stock Regina George.
Yeah, like
So,
our mean girl.
I want to talk about her forehead. I like how her forehead expands higher than the lowest point of her hair in the middle of her head.
Yeah, it like it extends like exactly where there would be like in anime they have like if you ever see like a close up like Sailor Moon's bangs, they have the part where the hair goes connects to their scalp. Instead, it's just more forehead.
So when it comes to animating Invader Zim, there is so much. Like I've seen how talented you guys are at like giving all your all to these animations. A lot of Zim is very low effort. Like it's really just one shot, one drawn frame, and then the lips moving, and like that's it. It's really, really low effort.
Yeah, notice how many of
Especially
these
season
shots
2.
are just kind of them yapping.
Yeah, but it's especially in season 2 because I think they actually did a lot more effort. Even in Bestest Friend, there's a lot more smoothness going on. In season 2, it's very. I think things happen really fast in season 2 to cover up for the lack of frames. I feel like they got their budget cut or something, but they like played into the animation with it. So a lot of things happen really quickly. So I'm saying all this as in like if you're referencing Bestest Friend for like how smooth should my shots be, not at all. Like
No.
do not do it. Like basically it's almost as many frames as you would do in an animatic. Make it bad.
The
Make it bad
philosophy
on
I
purpose.
have with my storyboards is I only do like an elaborate high effort shot if it actually warrants it. Like I use the anime philosophy where if they're not doing something that's like absolutely spectacular, then they should pretty much just be yakking on screen and that's it.
Was your
How
Poochie
cooked
in
am I?
twos or-
Because
My Poochie's on
Zim a
twos,
lot
yes,
of
completely.
body language. How cooked am I?
Well done, my friend. Well done.
Oh man, I give him too much body language.
Wait a minute, his stripes are missing.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have learned from my like my college course in animation where I was taught by a Disney animator who did cleanup on
That's cool.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. And
Ooh.
yeah, he also worked at DreamWorks on Spirit. Yeah, it's very cool.
Nice.
Ooh.
Fancy.
How do you not live in LA? I don't get it.
I
How
live
do you-
in Texas because LA is expensive. And my
And
parents
LA 's full
live
of
here.
asshole drivers.
Yeah.
Yes, it's California in general is expensive. Don't
Yeah.
come
Yes,
here.
it's true. I can
Yeah.
confirm.
But
LA
yeah, my
LA
point
is awesome
is
to visit, but it scares
I
me,
have
so I'm not
heard
planning on moving
so many
there.
stories from like these gorgeous Disney movies. Like Hunchback of Notre Dame is a masterpiece of animation. Yet I hear his stories and he makes it sound as if it's being held together with like duct tape, glitter glue, and prayers. And so I've like that's what taught me that like the behind the scenes for every animated show is like how much could we make it passable? Because production's always a nightmare.
That's the whole
Zim's
profession of
dance.
animator.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's just that this is the whole profession of animation. Like, we
Yes.
trick people into thinking mere drawings are whole masterpieces of animations. That's just we just wing it and it somehow works. So yay!
Yeah,
yay
held
for us.
together with duct
But-
tape. That's the show.
Speaking of passable, Zim's dance in Most Horrible Xmas Ever is
Oh,
not
yeah.
passable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
I feel
there's
like I should
Dim
say
and
this
Gas.
now.
Yep.
I feel like I should
Look
say
at
this
the
now.
kid next to Zeta.
Ew. He looks dead.
Yeah. So this is a very not season 2 dib. This is like pretty
Very
much as season 1 as you
one.
can get.
Holy moly.
Season 1 incarnate. But I should say this now. I noticed in a lot of fan animations of Invader Zim, the backgrounds are wrong. Do you want to know why? Because they're flat. You'll notice like the backgrounds, they
Yes.
are so very curved. They use like a fisheye lens at least.
They're always
to an
very
extent.
like either taken from like an angle or dynamic. They very rarely do flat shots. The only flat shot I can really like think of at the top of my head is like Zim Eats Waffles.
Yeah, and so literally if you're drawing backgrounds, go crazy with like perspective, with if you can, and with just curves, because everything seems curved.
Or
Everything.
even here, this one's very basic, but it still works because
Even
like,
so,
you
the
can tell
table's a bit curved.
It like the camera's at like an angle.
sneaks
It's not
It
like
is
straight
true.
on.
But this also is meant to be a mundane scene.
Yes.
Like, nothing special is really happening right now. And so there is a kind of a direction that it's like, you kind of want it to match the mood. And right now, I think it is matching
Right
the
now,
mood.
it's
The rejects, my beloved.
Rejects.
I love the rejects a lot.
Like,
Oh,
sad.
Melvin,
I write-
he's...
They could all be friends together, though. You
They
know?
could
Like,
be.
Imagine that they are.
That should be
Like,
the happy
they're not.
ending.
but
I
they're
had
not
canon
at all.
that
Should be, but they're not.
I had canon that the rejects are all friends. Like it's just my headcanon. You don't have to believe it, but I love to headcanon that the five of them decide to become
It's us
a really
against
close...
the world.
Yep. In fact, like I always love the idea that they're all like, we rejects gotta stick together.
As soon as we're done with
That's just me and my friends.
as soon as we're done with the
That's how I make
storyboards for,
friendships.
Squishy, I think the next thing we'll be doing is backgrounds. And so I think
Yes.
pointing out the backgrounds here is probably
Wait.
very
Here's just
Take a
important.
print.
Also, I
Take a
want...
print. Look at her expression. It's like, girlish gasp.
Also,
I like
want
how
you
she
all
has the
to...
correct number of fingers for Zim.
Okay,
but
yeah.
Not enough for
I want to point that out. So there are people out there who have a conspiracy theory that Keef is actually an Urkin, and part of their evidence is that he has 3 fingers this entire episode. Notice how that's also a trait of the other humans, yet also Zim has 4 fingers. It's just a mess. The anatomy's a disaster here.
Keef is probably an alien. His head's absorbent.
In later episodes, Keef does have 4 fingers, by the way.
And then Zim loses 1.
There's the curve.
Oh yeah, there's a good curve. Like, if you want like a good amount of distance, that's how you really communicate that. Look how like the tables are also following a curve with the perspective. It's so good. Like, that's a really good background shot.
When I first heard that,
what the? Is that
when I first heard
extra thing?
When I first heard Jessica say people not having friends is so inhuman, no joke, I was essentially like, I don't have friends. I must be an alien too, huh, Jessica?
I must be an alien too, huh, damn.
If that's like the qualification, then I guess I'm an alien. So
Dang.
Oh, we have each other.
Hey, we're all rejects together.
Yep.
Also, that's totally Richard, the scientist. Well, we noticed he had no friend.
To be fair, though, this is Zim's imagination, so I think it's fitting.
Everyone just sounds like Zim.
Unless he appears in a later episode outside of Zim's imagination, it's still voiced by Richard Horvitz, in which case, it completely throw that point away. I love, like, simple Zim in the background, like, way back there.
Aw, blank stare. Don't do that mouth.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, no more of that mouth.
No bird mouth.
No more of that mouth.
We never do bird mouth in, season 2.
Or whatever.
Why is this kid's eyes like magenta?
He's albino.
not?
He is albino.
Yeah, he's albino. See the white hair?
Oh yeah.
That kid's eyes.
No, I don't have an explanation for that.
He's just ugly.
I don't know. The humans in this world are just really, really ugly and unnatural. They have unnatural hair colors. It's just like it's a funky universe.
They aren't ugly.
Ah, friends. Well, some of them are ugly. Oh yeah.
Dib's ugly. He's very ugly.
Yeah, Div's ugly, especially here.
Look at that guy's forehead.
Yeah, his head's not shaped.
Also,
right
hold
here.
up. At this point, I would like to read a quote from the Zim Wiki that I saw earlier.
The wiki?
Is there a source?
No, there's no source.
My sources are made it the fuck up.
The sources
Is
I
Gaz
made it the
holding a
fuck
floppy
up.
disk?
It's about Gaz here. Okay, there's
just...
2 points. The first one is under the trivia section. I'm not sure how this is trivia, but, and I quote, Dib and Gaz, playing her game slave, only make an unspeaking cameo appearances in the cafeteria. Dib squints his eyes at Zim as if to warn him to stay away from his sister.
I hate it whenever people are like that.
I think he just doesn't like the alien.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
Why
I
does
made it
that
the
sound
fuck
like
up.
a fanfic?
I made it the fuck up.
Yeah, like I said, like
It's written like a fanfic.
while I do
And
like
then,
seeing I do like seeing Dib like protective over Gaz. I don't like
That's
it in the
not here,
context
yeah,
of like, but yeah, like
That's later episodes.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And then
you can tell the person who put that wants to write a sort of quote unquote forbidden love between Zim and Gaz. I see this happen. I see this kind of thing happen all the time in Zagger fanfictions. Usually Dib is all like, stay away from my sister, which again, I hate that trope so much, and I
then,
don't want it.
Yeah, this one's
Gaz
a
can
point
take care of
under a
herself.
point. So the first point that like isn't the one I'm commenting on is this episode reinforces Zim's misanthropic attitude towards humanity, as he only tried to make a friend to ensure this cover wasn't blown, like, you know, stating the obvious that Zim doesn't understand human relationships. And then under that, somebody put, this episode is a stark contrast to the original script for the pilot and plans for Invader Zim as a series, in which Zim would have been in alliance with Gaz as his plans to conquer Earth. This technically would have made the two of them friends. No, it would not. What are you talking about? They were working together against Dib. She was doing that just to spite Dib because he was insane and experimented on her in that iteration.
The Pitch Bible also says that she was also willing to sabotage Zim at the same time.
Exactly. Like, what are you talking
She
about?
just wants to watch the world burn.
Yeah, so there were your ZimWiki being wrong points of this episode.
Yep.
Holy
I
shit.
mean, it's Gaz.
Unsurprisingly, most of them have to
girls.
do with Zim and Gaz. Also, I love the quiet sign over there. Also, perspective here does feel weird, though. Why does the wall, either it doesn't align
Not
or it's
matched.
supposed to extend, and it doesn't. Oh, God.
Ugh,
Ugh!
lizard.
Yeah, you don't
Lizard.
really curl them out that much. Lizard.
Zim also, going back to whatever the wiki made up, Zim becomes friendly with Dib towards the end, like in Mopiness of Doom.
Much later.
Yeah. So
Character
anyways.
development. But, this is
Yay.
early.
Melvin, my
Aw.
baby.
They're so
Dirge.
sad.
This is Dirge.
Ew, wait. Go frame by frame when he says, I'm looking for a friend. Like, I'm looking, because he did a weird mouth I think I saw. A really weird mouth.
Oh,
I don't know if that was
that
it.
Simpson mouth.
Keep going
no.
back. I think I saw, a
No
really weird
curved
mouth.
mouths.
Oh.
Gross.
Ugh.
That's
Wait a minute.
awful.
So when
Never
it comes
do
to
this.
F, if somebody's saying a letter F word, how are they how are you supposed to do that in
Angular.
correct animation form? Go.
I think they usually just kind of have the teeth go over the lip like normal, because that's how I saw them do it,
Oh.
at least in season 2. But this is
yeah.
completely messed up. Hold on, keep going back a few frames.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
Brother,
Also, that feels very weird to me,
People.
having the line by his face
Yeah.
there, but it's
Yeah.
not extending outwards. You usually do that if the
Exactly.
mouth is going
Exactly.
so far. Honestly, if you want a good example of lip sync, use my Invader Punchy scene, because I had to study all those mouths. And I think I did a pretty good job. It only does that when it extends beyond his face, which they do a lot
Yes.
of
Yeah.
in season 2.
Take the cheek with it.
Yeah, like they do in one of these shots. Hang on. I think I saw it. This
just saw
one.
it. There you go.
That's a
Perfect.
good example. One time you'll see that.
So,
Yeah, there's
what
a
about
school
that?
mouth again.
So one frame back on the guy on Dirge.
Dirge, yeah.
The last frame. So right here. Yeah, is that correct with his? Because it's not quite overlapping, but it's enough to where it's in the shadow.
Yeah, they're that's close enough.
I feel like that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If they have I'm mainly talking about Zim. If they have a wider head, then yeah, it's not going to extend that far. On
well.
Scooge, that's how you would do it, but
Yeah,
not
okay,
on Zim.
That makes sense. Never do those squiggly
Yeah.
mouth.
Matthew.
Peter's the third. This long
Sometimes
name.
he's drawn with blue skin. Sometimes he's drawn with a normal skin tone. I've seen some people headcanon that he might be part vampire because of his.
I think he's just sickly, but that's me. Also, look at Zim here. Look at his mouth shape.
Ugh.
Ah.
No.
Oh, I spotted Torque.
Yeah,
Smacky.
Torque Smacky.
There's
Torque Smacky.
Also, I want to make a note of the tongue. I've been reading some of the, I'm reading some of the corrections that were uploaded to the Internet Archive. And a point they always make, I want you all to know this, the tongue is always thin and sharp. Whenever they make it too thick, they always correct that, and they always make a big note about it. So, Urkin tongues are thin.
So is this wrong?
Lizard.
It made it to the
This one is
final
wrong.
episode, but, yeah, we would do it thinner than that. And also, I watched the storyboards for this episode, and one thing I noted there, compared to the final animation, is that Zim's tunic was longer. It extended past his hips. While in the final episode, it's a bit shorter, so I feel like that was also something that they correct. Oh my god, it's forehead.
Forehead.
Holy five head.
We like big forehead.
We do like big forehead.
Forehead
His
good.
head is too narrow.
It's too thin. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, we don't do those eyes anymore.
No. Wait, okay. his eyes go up, like when he
Oh my
closes them,
God.
and then, oh lord, that
So
they're
what
not
would be the
anchored.
correct eyes for this? Because it's like that's like the happy eyes.
Yeah, we don't do those eyes
but
in
not
season 2.
these weird squinty ones.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, there's F.
Okay, so that okay.
That was fine enough. That one wasn't terrible. It's just when they use curves where it looks wrong. Like,
yeah.
Okay, if his teeth
Ugh,
were rounder,
the whole face.
it'd be better.
That'd be right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
By the way,
gleam of hope.
By the way, I adore Gretchen. I adore Gretchen and her design because, well, you don't get very many wacky female character designs, and I really wish we got that a lot more because I really love Gretchen here.
Yeah, we love Gretchen in this house.
When I went to InvaderCon 3, I met a friend named Shannon who made a essentially like Gretchen life-size entire plushie of Gretchen. Like she was like 3 feet tall.
That's cute.
I love that.
And I went there with my best friend George, and I think Shannon had a crush on George, and she gave him the Gretchen.
Aww.
It was so sweet.
Even in the commentary, somebody asked if there was a planned episode just about Gretchen, and Jonan said no. However, she does get her own, like, sort of mini plot development where she gets her crush on Dib.
Was there ever an episode planned for Gretchen?
I've never been to a party. No, there was. She comes up a little more in other episodes. She sort of develops a crush on Dib. But that was in TAC.
That's later.
I feel like Lice is her episode.
Yes, Lice is absolutely her episode.
Why are you telling me this?
The way
And also,
Keef is designed
this place smells. Can I have a
is
soda?
like a clear indicator that he's gonna be chosen.
And also, like Melvin, I just gotta say, his design. You want to talk about bald characters in the hands of a 12-year-old artist?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Forsaken fandom.
More fingers than all the kids in this shot.
It's so weird.
He's missing his middle finger. I think in my headcanon, Keef just grows it back. I think all the kids that are missing fingers just grow them back, and Zim just loses one off screen.
People have made entire, I think, like, fan episodes explaining why Zim doesn't have, like, all of his fingers in later episodes. It's people have overthought this to heck and back.
Oh, evil Keef.
Also, like, look how stretchy Zim's arms are, because he's out of frame. This is totally acceptable. This is fine. Cartoon logic.
There was
his arms.
You can make them as long as possible. Even some calendar art on my wall, like, one of his arms is normal length and the other is extended. It's fine. If you need to make Zim's arms super long for him to grab something, that's perfectly fine.
Stretch them like cat dog as long as you
absorbent?
like make them in pain as they're doing it.
Oh yeah, here's how they animate the electricity.
This face though.
It seems to be like a line, like a light, like a white line, and then they apply like a blue glow effect to it.
And then just turn the opacity down.
Yep.
Look at Keef.
Aww.
Oh, Melvin!
Oh, Gretchen, look at her.
Yeah, Gretchen.
They're all just eating over this. It's just a regular day for them.
I like to think they're ignoring it. They don't want to be witnesses and have to report this.
Oh yeah, because they look so worried, and they're just like, we don't see
Okay,
this.
Zim's face pisses me off.
Also,
here.
look at the way his look at it. Oh, those are bad eye lines.
God. I hate that
do
so
not
much.
do not draw them like that.
Can you point out specifically what you hate, just so like animators know?
Oh yeah, this right here. I hate this.
Yeah, like little
Don't
ledge.
do that. Just do one line going that way. Don't
I love
do
how
it
we're
like
so in
this.
sync
That's
that we
awful.
all know exactly what we're talking about. Like when it comes to like the thing you hate, or like, yep, we all hate that.
We are united by hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, look at the way he like.
Dag it.
Pull it out.
Well, it could be from his pack, but in animation and cartoon logic, this is what we call hammer space. Whenever characters reach behind them, and they just yoink right out.
That's great.
Daggett pulls out Daggett.
It's called hammer space because in old cartoons, characters would frequently pull out their like hammers to whack each
You know
other
what?
with.
Do you
out of
think that's
nowhere.
an actual Angry Beavers reference?
I think it was just
I
a
don't
random
know.
beaver thrown in, honestly.
It's probably just a random beaver.
Because they do that a lot.
Fair
They
enough.
just throw in random animals
There's
because
other
it's
beavers
funny.
in the show.
I want to be a mongoose. Also, it's the slow walk-in with Zim.
Oh, there is a mistake here with the time. The digital clock on the wall a few shots before said 12:15, and then the clock says 12 on the wall, the analog clock. So the time
Well,
went
he was there for that
backwards.
long. It's now midnight.
We're gonna take that very literally. This has great implications for the Zim timeline. Anyway, I want you all to notice how they create depth here. As he gets closer, the background starts off less blurry. They slowly add a blur effect as he gets closer.
I never noticed that. That's great.
That's cool.
That's so cool. Though, again, don't do this with the eye lines.
Yeah,
That's
don't.
awful.
Thanks for pointing out the cool thing on top of the thing behind the thing we hate.
Okay, so yeah, it's 12 o'clock.
Midnight.
Or midnight.
Midnight.
And then, yeah, okay, we go.
And now it's the next morning.
Yup. They're fine.
They're
just tired.
fine.
They'll make it.
My baby.
And then finally, Keef.
Aww.
Oh god, the way his
Ugh.
face snapped there.
Ugh. Stop with the snapping. Friend.
Also, I love how like his face just kind of goes back and forth here. And they don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I will say
It's like
that
a,
is
it's like a shake of
that's a little
disbelief.
too much movement.
Yeah.
Okay, you had
Like,
canon.
we wouldn't
Keith
do that
grows up to
nowadays.
become the postal dude.
When I first heard Keef's voice, I'll be honest, I thought a voice actress, like I thought a female, I thought a woman was voicing him. So when I found out that it was a guy voicing him, I was impressed.
He's
Like I
voiced by
said-
the same guy who voices Dirge.
Yeah, like I said, I was legitimately impressed because, like I said, I totally thought a woman voiced Keef because, you know, it's very common for voice actresses to voice young boy characters. I thought that was the case for Keef. So when I found out that wasn't, I was like, wow, that's good.
He's voiced by Danny Cooksey. You want to know who?
Danny DeVito?
My goodness.
Danny.
Aw.
You know, considering.
Also, you want to know how to
how
animate
long-
a hug in Invader Zim? This is how you do it.
Like that'll ever happen again.
Well, I don't know. Return of Keef. But somebody else already animated that. We don't have to do that.
That's ever
Speaking of
gonna
Return of
happen.
Keef, considering how long Return of Keef like showed up later, I don't think Keef was like ever planned to like actually come back.
I don't think
'Cause
so
it just
either. I think that
took
was like a
so
later
long.
thing.
Just to prove
Especially
that
since
Nick that
it's
he
not
didn't die.
the episode's not written by the same people who wrote this episode. And the writer of Return of Keef is present in the commentary if you want to hear her.
Who's
I
gonna have a
actually
comeback?
wrote
The Return of Keef.
I wrote a sequel to Keef where Dib and Zim are trying to get rid of him.
Danny Cooksey.
I remember that.
It was
right?
recorded and
Right.
everything.
It was recorded and everything.
But then you stopped the show because
I stopped the show.
Well, I liked it too much.
Well, you started getting real cocky and
I was
writing
really
episodes.
I was really
couldn't-
uppity.
I had to
at that
pull the
point.
plug on the show.
Yeah.
I had actually never written for an animated show before Zim, so it was great that my first experience could be on such an absolutely radical show.
This drags him up. This is how I present Pumpkin to people. Oh wait, why does Keith look like so small here?
So I'm shocked.
He's a baby.
In this next frame, like they redrew his head multiple times. Like you don't need to do that. Like just draw this one head.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to.
It looked better that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
like,
need to
yeah,
do
notice how
that
those
over
lines
and over
shift.
and over again. He grew a hair. He grew a hair.
His chin just moves.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Remember, if you could. Oh wait!
Ugh.
Oh!
Venom ass mouth.
Awful! Yeah, it's always like the
Venom.
curves where this goes wrong. Use angular
The
lines to their
tongue.
mouths whenever possible.
The tongue
Slight
is the wrong
curve
way.
for a long line is acceptable, but don't do this. The arm fold. Like, he thinks he is so convinced he just had like a mic drop moment. Like, oh yeah, yeah,
Then everyone
That's him every episode.
So there is something I want to point out with Jessica and Zim here that we just passed, where like they're talking and then in the middle of their sentence they just do this like little head bop thing, just to like show that they're alive. I see in a lot of fan animations that they don't do that.
That's true. Yeah.
So I just want to like point that out. That is a thing they do here, and also I believe they also do that in season 2 a lot, where it's just like you draw them once, and then you just draw like another frame of them in a slightly different position, and they just bop like that.
They do that a lot.
Like do that.
Yeah, absolutely he leans his head a little bit back.
But this
it's very slight. You don't have to do it that much.
Right. Well, I think there's too many frames. Honestly, like maybe do one transition frame, but like there's way too many here.
Yes, if you have two characters just talking at each other and you want to make it look less stiff, that's one way you could do it. Another way to do it is just give them like another pose with their arms, and that also adds life. And he's drags them off. Also, yeah, look at that perspective again. Look at how like the floor curves, and like they get into foreground from the back.
Oh, just like how much movement there is. Like,
montage.
I'm just shocked.
The song's a banger.
Yep.
I
often hear this song and It's Love whenever people want to put in montages.
Oh yeah, look at the impact there. Look at how they did that. It's a little flash, transparent in a lighter color. So if you want to add extra oomph to an impact, that's how you do it. Pwah.
It was his face. Oh my gosh. It was Keef's face. It wasn't the back of his head.
Too.
Oh my god, he doesn't have hands or feet.
Why does he have like ass proportions?
He got hit so hard, his hands and feet fell off.
Absolutely.
I was just about to say the same thing. Oh
Also,
my god, I
love this dance. You got. Oh wait. Also, Zim turning around looks so goofy here.
Yep.
He looks like a Smiling Friends character. Yeah, look at the way they dance here.
And then the way they hop around.
And also, like it goes by so fast. They do add frames where they do jump. It just looks kind of weird because they don't really have that much. There's no like anticipation. They just kind of bounce. But I think it works enough for this because they are supposed to be just kind of weird looking here.
Yeah.
And obviously, if it wasn't obvious for animators, like if you're doing a lot of the same actions, just reuse the same frames.
Yeah, just like here. It literally just moved them around.
I like the kid in the overalls.
Here's an establishing shot. Notice how they take it above the ceiling, so you can see like the ceiling lights and stuff. In Zim's base, they often show depth with a high up camera by showing some wires.
And Ms. Bitters' classroom as well, definitely. They do that a lot.
It's like the one time we'll see the art class.
It's so weird. With a lot of Invader Zim backgrounds, like sometimes it's soft shading. When they do soft shading, I hate to say it, but it's with a black airbrush. They shade with black.
Yeah, I know.
Can you tell me what soft shading is?
Soft shading, well, for first thing, cell shading is like, for example, you'll see on the table. There's no like gradient into the darker color. It's just boom, that color.
Well, the table also has a slight gradient in and of itself. For backgrounds, they'll often combine soft and hard shading. Whereas, like, notice the cell shading on the side here, but it also has a slight gradient. On the back. Yeah, I've drawn Zim backgrounds like pretty spot on, and that's a big part of the technique is that you do the cell shading, but you add a gradient over that to give it even more depth.
Me shading in 2022. I just used a black airbrush and called it a day.
Yeah,
it looked awful.
We've all had our black airbrush days.
Yeah, been
also, yeah, we have his long shadow here. I love the lighting here. It was so like dramatic for no reason.
You can see the airbrush
friends.
tiles.
No, it is dramatic. Because the joke is like it goes from dark to
he walks up all spooky and he just shows this little drawing. It's so cute.
A nice little drawing.
I also want to note.
By the way, it's Keef.
Hey, this is like his second or third day here. Give him some slack.
He can't write or spell, so
he's still learning English.
Yeah. Also, on the wiki, they note the quality of this drawing as an inconsistency, as in, they noted that Zim has drawn better when illustrating his house. However, it's possible to be good at architecture drawings and bad at character drawings.
Even then, the house still looks like a young kid's drawing. That's the thing. It's still.
I don't know why they listed that.
I imagine Zim would be good at architecture drawings, at least to an extent.
In the final comic ever made, Zim paints himself with the tallest, and it looks kind of like this. Like, he's not that good at drawing himself.
All right, here's my headcanon for Zim's drawing of his house. Urkins have some AI, and so when he was drawing the house, the AI was like doing the line here, line there thing, and then like Zim did not draw his windows like correctly and everything, and the AI just filled in everything else.
Fair enough, yeah, because Urkins.
It's an AI image.
Also,
an AI image
Keef here.
Draw with crayons.
I want to look at it.
Mary and the baby.
Why is it naked?
Why is he naked?
I mean, when Sarah said her best friend was Bryce, I immediately imagined like they make a version of this.
Imagine like a Renaissance drawing with like accurately painted Sarah, and then just like a man with a toilet for a head.
I mean, I'm no artist, but like I will pay someone to like make that.
Are you guys talking about Keef's neck?
Yeah, it's like awkward color. You can tell like how awkwardly they photoshopped this. I love it so much.
I can
also, the PNG of the painting, they don't do this too often in the series, where they just insert like a realistic PNG, but I love it so much for this.
90-degree angles and everything.
You have to use this very sparingly, but if you do, it's so funny.
Yeah.
There's like, girl, what?
Oh, those teeth.
Dramatic lighting again. Woo. Also, I want to note, for the storyboard for this part, the way they did it was, for the boards, they drew out this entire background, and they drew, like, Zim and Keef in, like, multiple positions on the same image with, like, an arrow going between that. So that's perfectly acceptable to do. If you need to do, like a ton of, like, movement across a scene, but you don't want to draw, like 5 different boards, you could just draw, like, all their positions in the same image.
So you're saying your Gur storyboard of him dancing was overdone?
Well, that was less storyboard, more animatic at that point.
Yeah, that was an animatic.
I had too many ideas. Also, his awkward face here.
Aww.
Also, notice how Keef doesn't even like intend on bumping into him. He just did this by accident, and then Zim's like off.
How dare you? He's such a great friend.
Man,
the house perspective is weird.
Oh, that's so weird. That's so wrong.
Yeah.
Also,
it's not lined up.
The satellite has too many joints. This would be like Florpus joints.
Yeah. But, also, the flamingos are gone. Rip. It's just pufferfish now.
I died.
So, but when it comes to the house,
look at how huge the lawn gnomes are.
Drawn, that I think, the lawn gnomes are way too big. But like, I think it's totally fair game to draw the house, like pretty much in whatever proportion you want, because it's really all over the place the whole show.
True. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can always assume that the house like morphs itself to like constantly to
the lawn gnomes are also very inconsistent. That's fine. There's no like set size for them. However, don't do this. Don't make them this big. Like, this is too out there.
This is a little big.
Yeah, so like this is fine. Where they're like the same size. Look at them.
I like how they get bigger as they're walking.
This guy in the front. Also, like, Zim's house door changes height all the time. Okay, so
Also,
how
the men
tall
changes.
it should be is it should be tall enough for his robo parents, and so he should be like further down. Like it should be way taller than this. But oftentimes what they'll do is they'll make it slightly taller than Zim, which feels so weird. Don't do that.
Well, you know what? I feel like they made Zim and Keef the right size at the beginning of this walk, and then they were like, wait a minute, they're way too small compared to these gnomes, and then they got to the door, and then they're like, oh shit, now they're too big. Well,
they keep overcorrecting.
Oh, man.
Also, I just noticed his line on his hair doesn't extend to the edge. It should extend to the end of it. It goes all the way across
And
the
I
back
noticed
of
in
his head.
earlier seasons, his lower hairline is just a line, whereas in later seasons they make it thicker.
Yep.
Like with a purpose. It exists with a purpose in later seasons. Ew, his eyes.
Oh.
Ew.
Ugh.
He's possessed.
Okay, you know what? That works a little too well. I'll say that one's a pass. He just stares ominously.
He's just standing there, menacing.
Menacingly.
Yoni Games? Yes.
Menacingly.
Love the awkward like car going by and then just.
So, when it comes to whether or not Zim has video games, Attack the Hideous New Girl, his house, like, for sure, says, no, not really. There's no video games in here. Zim says he has video games. Does Zim have video games?
In the pilot, he has video games, but that's in the pilot.
Pilot. He was playing it on, like, he was playing a video game in the pilot.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Maybe he once had video games, but then decided to get rid of them.
Maybe some people headcanon that, like, this, by the way, I don't believe this headcanon. This is giving the computer way too much credit. But a lot of people headcanon that, like, the computer just said no to force Gaz to do something. I don't think that's the case. But
I don't think so.
It's an explanation, I guess. I think it's just a weird, like, plot inconsistency. But there's more instances of Zim being familiar with video games than there aren't. I don't know.
Yeah. There's, and then he has, like, essentially a PS4 in Forpus.
His
head.
His eyes kind of.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be fair, he is blowing out air here, but.
Well,
still
but even so, you would have to, like, emphasize that more.
Yes, you have to, like, puff out the cheeks if you're gonna
Is that
do
painting,
that
like...
Oh!
my
Oh,
God,
the
that
monkey!
So,
Side-eye.
yeah, Gur and the monkey, but mostly the monkey. But
The
painting
monkey
before
is so
on the wall,
weird. Also, couch is too small here. I did several shots of that couch. It should be larger than this.
He needs to, like, lift himself on the couch with his packed legs.
Oh gosh, that was too far. This painting, does that show up again?
I don't recall that ever showing up ever again. And even in
No, it
full
doesn't.
shots. Also, he doesn't have the UFO wallpaper here. And later, usually he does.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually it's supposed to be
so
here.
bad here.
Oh,
The
yeah, the
scaling.
scaling's so awkward. Like, Gur should be smaller than this couch. Again, go see how I animated Invader Punchi if you want an idea of how big the couch should be. And like, to the Florpus, if you recall how big it was there, that's good. That's good size.
Since you're animating, you know what? You'd be the perfect person to ask for this. The little lines on the floor of where, like, the robo-parents show up. That can't, like, that's not in every episode, right? Where, like...
It was in the one I referenced, so.
Gotcha. I just feel like they get rid of those lines.
Yeah, because I don't remember them being there all the time, but who knows? It might just be like a Mandela effect. Also, once again, they blur the background to show him getting close to the foreground.
Zim changes where this phone is located in his house.
Yeah, this is an odd placement.
So you're telling me Keef had two corded phones on different lines to call him.
Maybe he was a rich kid.
I do not question Keef. Also, I want you guys to know on his like his arm here, look at how the shading like changes position. This is exactly what I went crazy trying to avoid when shading Invader Punchi. But yeah, good to know. In the actual series, it is held together with duct tape and glue.
His face! That happens so abruptly.
I love how abrupt it is.
Yeah, the abrupt movements are funny.
Yeah,
it's like
okay.
Zim's kick that you had to animate, Zeno.
Yeah.
Like when he kicks Scooch into the wall. It's just like really abrupt.
Is that ones?
Maybe. It seems
This part
like
isn't.
it. Oh, maybe not.
No.
No.
Nope.
Oh no, that's when he.
Yes, this part where it's super fast. Yeah, he pulls it back and then like slams it back down. But yeah, he also pulls it away. He runs away with it. And it goes too far and it rips out the entire wall socket.
So that's why.
And he's fine with
that
this.
socket no longer works.
He's satisfied with its work.
I mean, his house regenerates. It's not like he has to reinstall it.
It's like 3D printed. Also, Keef teleports.
Also, the blinds. Yeah. Like, oh god, this looks so weird. He doesn't have blinds. What is this?
I thought he was on like a second floor when I first saw this. He looks like he's on the second floor.
Also, yeah, the window here is
jokes.
Weird.
I think this is an animation kind of like rule. If it's like, look, if it's for the joke,
enough.
like he just has it. Like we in Floorbiz, not in Floorbiz, I'm sorry, in Squishy, we wrote that Tack's ship has an extending arm just to hold out a rear view mirror. Like,
yeah,
obviously it doesn't do that.
Okay, fair
but, like,
enough.
You know.
The weird part for me was just the fact that like the half, like the not even closed blinds are up there. Like if he just suddenly summoned blinds, then it would have felt more consistent, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
also,
the blinds don't go all the way up.
I love how he just
yeah, he squishes. Yes, Gur has squash and stretch. Look at this. Boink.
Perfect.
Swoosh.
That's perfect. Love
it's a
that.
real cartoon, you guys.
Yeah, and then he slowly falls down. He dies.
His lights are extinct.
Yeah, they are later in the episode.
Huh.
Oh, that's sizing.
So, Xeno,
why is
really
Gur so large?
I actually think that there's different states of Gur. Like, he doesn't need to have his whole body be red at the same time. I think if he's, like, slightly...
I would believe that, too, if this wasn't an early season exclusive. In later season episodes, they only show him do full red or full blue.
Okay. I will be excited to see that.
That's fairer headcanon, though.
Top shot.
It's still... in that one shot,
my God,
it's still...
Bryce.
That
It's Bryce!
Cameo!
Purple toilet news.
It's not even purple.
Yeah, the toilet isn't purple. They need to fix that. That was an animation error.
Dramatic light on it. Oh, yeah.
I like that light.
They just need to put Bryce's face in the toilet.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah, watch this. We have a Gur
boy.
transformation sequence.
Also,
look, he's red now.
Yeah.
Immediate correction.
His tongue is round.
Yeah. So, Xeno's shot with in Squishy, which was Zim jumping out of his car, and like there's a bunch of like shots of like the cute Ray, is essentially like this whole sequence where like you're just making something extra over the top because it's otherwise it's just boring. It's Gur going to open a door, so it's like you need to add in some excitement of like, hey, pay attention, like stuff is happening.
Yeah, this is them adding Simon to Gur putting his disguise on.
Yes.
I love to make it seem like it's gonna be a transformation sequence, but then it just cuts to him putting on the hoodie like normal.
Yeah, they totally did this anime.
My point is that a lot of Zim fan animations are missing sequences like this that go over the top. Like that is a very Zim thing that they do, and we need to do that more often.
Yeah, and then just fades and then unceremoniously. Also, look how flat the shot is, where it's just straight on. This is a good use of a flat shot.
So they do. Yeah, they do this. And you're supposed to do this when it's comedy, which I think this is meant to be funny, but Gur does this so cleanly that it's almost like not quite... It could be more funny.
The joke is how unceremonious it is. Like, we had all that build-up and then just...
Yeah.
All this drama for such a little moment.
That's the best stuff, though. That's the best stuff.
Yeah.
Making a big deal out of the tiny, tiny little moments.
They repeat that in Enter the Florpus when Gaz tosses the ham. Like, she initially goes all She-Ra with the ham, and then she just casually tosses it.
That's a very Zim joke to do. Like, ton and ton of buildup, and, like, all the anticipation you can possibly muster, and then just, yeah. We do a similar thing with Gur's dance in Squishy, where, like, it's all that, and then he just unceremoniously presses the button.
By the way, I love how this shot is in the intro. Like, out of all the stuff they could use for the intro, they decide to use this shot specifically, and I really like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it shows his robot form and his dog suit.
It shows the transition between Gur and his dog suit, which you don't see. Also love his arm extending.
Before we go too far, if they were to do this joke in season 2, what it would be is probably an even bigger build-up, and then Gur very quickly putting on his costume. And then just standing there, you laugh, and then he walks. Like, that's probably what they would do.
Squeaks included. There has to be squeaks when Gur walks.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Here's Zim's, like, circular room again. Like, we barely see this in the later episodes. Yet we see this a lot in early stuff.
Very season 1. Yellow. Does that mean it's morning?
Does that mean it's the pilot?
I think.
Does that mean it's the
I think this is the next day, yeah. Yeah, look at that, they're making breakfast. Look at them.
You know, they did a Flanders effect on Gur, where Gur was a little bit more sophisticated in earlier episodes, and then later it was just insane nonsense.
I also want to note that Gur can cook. He cooks later. He cooks later in this episode.
Never, ever do these lips.
Yeah, this is... Oh! Look at how high up his like distant eye is.
Wait, go back a frame. There's a shot where you see his cheek behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of these.
No way, I'm missing it.
Maybe
it's one of these. Yeah, there it is. Coloring error. I know that. I think. Yeah, they copied the green from another frame, and then they forgot to erase that part.
Okay.
The lips.
It happened again.
Yeah.
Show us the lips.
They're being annoying on purpose.
Was there a lip shot?
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Oh, these are interesting mouths. Like.
So these small pupils, like, they stopped doing that, right?
I don't think so.
Usually when their pupils go extremely small, they make them triangles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Notice that Zim doesn't do much of that because he's using contacts, so they usually say the inconsistent size. I noticed that, like, very rarely, for comedic purposes, it changes the shape and size.
Also, look how few frames there is on the run. Like, this is good for if you're doing like a very fast run. Like, yeah, he's just like he lands and then in between jump, land, another jump.
And this is all 2s.
Yeah, and don't be like me, where I have this mistake when I draw characters running, where I give them too many frames, but it looks slow if you do that. So don't.
Right.
Yeah, don't be like me.
I do the same thing. Don't do that. Don't be like me either.
Zim is me whenever my dog comes into my room.
Look, I promise you, I'm holding your hands, animators, and I tell you this. You do not need that many frames. I promise. You're just giving yourself too much work. Especially if you're working on Zim. You don't need that many frames unless it's like... Unless it actually serves the moment you're drawing. Also, dramatic shot where all these lines go through. Amazing way of doing that. We need more dramatic. Especially because, like, if you actually drew the background here, you would have to draw all of that stuff going by. So this is a good way of doing it. Also, speed lines. Look at that. They used them.
Yay. They did that needlessly in the fry cook in the beginning. When Zim was yelling at Dib, they did not need to use those speed lines. It looked weird.
Too many frames on Gur.
He just eats it. He doesn't care. He's just here for the bacon.
See, proof that Gur doesn't really care. He just wants the bacon. People think he's cute, but he just doesn't care.
No, he doesn't know where he is.
He just happens to be entrapped in a cute body. He wants to die.
Those gnomes are massive.
They are.
Those? Is that a those reference?
Oh, look at his eyes here.
Yep.
Look at that. You got like the top lid
Oh,
and
gosh.
the closed
Ew.
eye. No.
Pick a lane.
I do love that shot of her though.
We've
That's
seen
an emoji.
this everywhere.
We have. That's a very common gif. Yeah, there he goes, like the nodding again. I love how he meow. He plans with Gur here. See, there's the monkey. Now it's drawn well. That's a good couch. You see this? That's how it should be. This is exactly the type of couch that would be passable.
I like how Gur doesn't talk when he's with outsiders because he knows he's supposed to be a dog. He doesn't talk.
Also, yes. Oh gosh, not here, but before when Zim had no mouth. If you don't know, you can draw Zim without a mouth.
Yes.
I put that in the
and
art
get away
guide.
with it.
I do
I
that
don't know if
all
you
the
get away with it
time.
with Dib very often, but yeah,
Nah, that's like
draw
an
Zim without a
Urkin
mouth.
trait, especially
If
Zim.
it's like an angle, like if it's like shown from the top of his head, then I guess you
Yeah,
don't
like
have to do a
yeah,
mouth,
that's
but
a good example. But especially with
Not doing
Urkins,
mouth.
it's a very Urkin thing to do. Is just show them with no mouth. But like humans, it looks kind of weird if you do that.
But I
I
don't think
love
they do
this
that in Florpus,
music.
right? They always have a mouth in Florpus, or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
Zim doesn't
okay.
not have a mouth.
We'll have to check. See, mouth gone.
No mouth.
Yeah.
Did not compare him.
Aw.
Fast move.
Also, Gur went shopping. Or he stole
so
all
sweet.
this. Pick your lane.
This is the
Getting
most
older, going
sophisticated
shopping.
Gur will ever be, where he has this contemplated thought of like, gee, I'm trying to trick Zim, but I'm really not good at this. So man, I'm gonna spill the beans here. Gur never has this much sophistication.
Headcanon, Zim lobotomized Gur after this, because he can't have his Sur unit keeping secrets from him.
True, he does that in a
That's
walk.
actually a really good headcanon. That makes so much
Lobotomized.
sense.
Though I do love doing this with Gurren, like, when I write stuff, I love making him going out and doing, like a bunch of, like, the chore stuff, where it's like, okay, we need to, like, pick up butter for whatever reason, like, for whatever plan, Gur, you go get it. Oh, yeah, yeah, oh, his mouth just sort of pops away. That's weird. Oh.
No.
Oh! Oh!
Way
This is
too
awful.
high.
That's way
No
too high.
triangles.
They should be like way down
I
here,
love
and they
it.
should keep these like the sides of the eyes should stay as the way they are, and they should just make it go all the way down there. That would be fine. But ugh.
Just make them
Ugh.
rectangles. Why
It's
even?
iconic.
Ugh.
It's iconic.
Ugh, gross.
Also, you don't see Gur like this too often with his hood like off of him,
Except
Yeah.
in Florpus.
just his head out. He doesn't have Florpus, yeah. Don't see that in the series too much. Oh god, it looks so weird tracking behind him, but I love it.
Yeah, boy, I loved it so.
I'm making the cake.
He's making the cake.
Oh, why does he look so square
Ew.
there? Ugh!
Be there and be square.
Just make some
His
angles.
teeth.
Like,
Ew.
Should
I
be
hate when
showing
they
the.
I hate when they do those teeth.
You
But
have
they
to
do those
show the
teeth.
gums.
they do those teeth though.
They do, but like not that thin, especially not on Zim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
He's baking all by himself.
Yeah,
So
like
proud
see
of
how
him.
like Gerd knows how to cook.
Let him cook.
I mean, maybe. You know, well, I mean, yeah.
He eats
does,
waffles. He makes good ones at
taquitos.
first,
He's
and
got
then he
flour,
makes
he's
the
got eggs,
garbage.
he's on the right
Also,
track.
And then he
What's
lets
wrong
the
with
Joseph
this?
Fox
Yeah.
away and then puts
that
soap
bottom
on
line.
them.
Also,
Like, I know
again,
this
tongue
looks
too
wrong,
thick.
But okay, I know this looks wrong, but like, please explain why this looks wrong.
Yeah,
The eyes are too high up.
eyes are too high up. There's the bottom line here that should not be this
Yeah,
long.
it goes out too
Also,
far.
teeth are too square, and
And
tongue's
tongue's
too
round.
thick,
The whole problem in the
and too
It gives
round
you
too.
round.
It should be sharp.
Yeah.
Yep, too curvy.
Also, eyebrows. Do not
Ew.
give Zim
No eyebrows.
eyebrows.
No eyebrows.
No eyebrows.
There's
No,
that
I
kid
sh-
again with the green shirt.
Ugh, two.
He is an OC. He stands out.
I swear,
Fun
if
fact-
he
Melvin's
like shows
not
up
supposed
again.
to be in this shot. He and Melvin and another kid were accidentally switched. You'll see later.
That makes sense though, yeah, because Melvin tears up his invitation here, yet he shows up later.
He doesn't tear it up. He comes with it.
Your eyes are too close together.
Yeah.
Her forehead still extends past the hair in the middle of her head.
To be fair,
She's
though,
special.
a lot of these kids' hair is weird, so I think that's passable, design-wise.
She has her hair like that to cover up the shape of her head because she has the ball in the hands of a 12-year-old artist head.
See? Yeah, Melvin does, like crumple it up.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then he shows up later, and that
Maybe he
would
changed his
explain it.
mind.
Yeah,
mind.
rejects.
Mind.
Look at the underground. I love this.
he's Doc from Back to the Future, where he uncrumples the note.
Oh, I love the lighting here when he uses his light.
I love when he's like carried.
Oh wait,
by his
look at this!
pack.
Like he looks so flat at first, but you know it's fine because
No shading.
bam, dramatic.
And then there's shading.
Love that.
It goes for emphasis.
I love like the high contrast while he's using it. That's so good.
Absolutely. There's the shading. Ew, the lips. He has lips.
Oh yeah, he has lips.
I remember,
Yeah.
like,
Second to last frame.
this being controversial because, like, oh, he's saying that friendship is useless. Oh, this is for kids.
See?
But, like,
No, there he has
media
lips.
literacy. He is literally a villain who wants to dominate
Yeah.
the whole world.
Well, notice how later when well, you know, you'll see it. I'll point out when it happens. But Zim.
I mean, I would argue if you're trying to dominate the world, friends would come in handy.
Yeah, but Zim is
think
screwing
there's
himself
no
here. He could have had Keef as a companion, or like anyone as a companion, yet he rejects any kind of friendship here. Like, I think that's kind of the point. Also, look at the high saturation and like demonic art when we're in his imagination. Is that Knuckles? It looks kind of
The
like
high
him
saturation
vaguely.
is like Bryce when he makes his thumbnails.
Yeah, this is like a Bryce
my
thumbnail. Theme park.
I love how there's an entire roller coaster in this.
Gur installed that too.
Like everything's like so warped. I love this.
I like how the roller coaster
This is
goes
a
nowhere.
Great way
There's
of
the
doing a
shot.
nightmare sequence.
It goes to the wall and kills everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see that part. Everyone just dies.
They didn't allow that. Oh, his mouth, his teeth.
Wait, what's wrong with that? Tell me.
They're so thin.
I think that's fine
They're
for
just so
Keef
thin.
though.
Yeah, it's just. Ugh.
It's just weird.
Ugh. It's weird.
Keef is weird. Also,
That's
the
not a
one
cute
time
pun.
you'll see like blue lighting on Zim.
Okay, I think
high
the square tongue here is wrong.
Yeah,
Because Zim is not meant to be cute.
Yeah, this isn't comedic.
Melvin does show up. I never noticed that. Melvin
All
is
the
first
sweat
one
on
to
Zim,
crumple up
jeez.
The
sweat.
note, and then he comes anyway.
I don't know, maybe my headcanon is Melvin did that in front of Jessica because he's really desperate to look cool, and then he was like totally planning on going later and just changed his mind.
I actually have my canon. Like, I have a headcanon that Melvin was a bit jealous that Keef was hanging out with Zim more than the rejects, so he
that's
initially
fair,
he
yeah.
initially crumpled it up, but then later on he decided it's for the best. He should join too. And I like to think that the other kid at the rejects table, he sat there by accident and was all like, oh, I'm in the wrong table.
I too would be pretty mad if like one of my few closest things to a friend suddenly started hanging out with the guy who just electrocuted us.
Yep.
For 24 hours, apparently.
Okay, that is awful, Teeth.
This is
Yeah, don't. Yeah, this is wrong. There we go.
The eye is fine.
They
Teeth?
shouldn't be there. Like they shouldn't
And
be.
his tongue goes
act like
over
this.
his teeth.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
No. That's a layering
Keef
issue.
Keef is just going.
I was like, yeah, look at the way they quickly like switch between shots here, and also good trade of Zim. If you want to give Zim any benefits, we always talk about like where he lacks. However, he is an excellent engineer, like genuinely. He can engineer anything. That's a quality not enough people give him credit for, because like we just take it for
granted. This is the best shot of Zim in the whole episode.
Yes, this is great.
Like,
I love
it looks
this.
the most correct. and it's blurry too.
I love
There
when
we
Zim
go.
has like smart moments.
Yeah, and
'Cause he is terrifyingly intelligent. He's just misguided. He's
yes,
lacking
he
in
has his
wisdom.
priorities screwed up. Like, he could be putting all of this
Yeah.
effort into genuinely taking over the world, yet notice how he always just keeps finding excuses, like, to, like, create, like, little, like, engineering pet projects, or, like, he keeps getting distracted by just his,
he's
like,
me.
just, like, his
Yeah,
beef
Right,
with these
going to
elementary
school.
kids.
Like, he went to school to learn about human knowledge to, like, take him down from the inside, but then he, like, definitely got distracted and
Also,
lost the plot.
I want to point
Like, I
out,
feel like-
if you're drawing Zim from this angle, you should have black in his mouth here. That should not be transparent.
Oh, okay.
But here, that's correct. That's not.
Like, I feel like if school had a prom,
But-
like, Zim would go to the prom, and it's like, Zim, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, he cares
this
way
is
too
not the
much
plan.
about his status with, like, these random elementary school kids, and that's what makes him Zim.
He tries to win prom king.
He's so
Episode idea.
petty, and also, like, really desperate for validation from anyone.
He thinks that like being prom king is literally.
Oh my God!
Oh.
That's so funny.
Oh, it's cute. It's cute.
Also,
That's
he
almost like
coughs you.
Flopus Zim, actually. If we were to do a season 3, I know this is like way down the line if we even do this. There should be a prom episode.
Well, a
Or,
prom
like,
equivalent. They're elementary school
Yeah.
kids, but
True,
you know,
true,
like that was in 5th grade. I had a dance, so they could do it.
Yeah, where Zim
I've
like
seen-
goes like Zim goes to a dance, he gets a girl, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, I'm trying to take over the world. What the hell am I doing?"
He suddenly
then
has
he
a
kills her.
moment of clarity. And
Guys, like Valentine's Day in this world, they use meat instead of candy. So
Yeah.
like maybe prom has a weird thing as well. Like they have to battle over a ball pit or something.
I read a fanfic once where they had a Thanksgiving dance where it was like the
Oh
the
my
dance
God.
of the turkey. That felt very in character, honestly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just like thoughts
Aw.
of writing for Zim in the future that this is kind of like inspiring. At least this conversation is.
Also,
is
his
like
he usually doesn't have a window like this.
yeah,
he does not have that window.
Zim's
Yeah, like,
initial purpose is to
the-
please the
the
tallest.
Guys.
And
guys.
overall,
Sorry, I just-
he's been losing the plot and building this relationship with Dib, and like I think he ends up finding more meaning, especially when it comes to Florpus, like being just the anti-Dib, that like that becomes his identity, and he seems to care less about the tallest until like he realizes his whole mission is fake in Florpus. And so I'm thinking like after Florpus, like Zim takes less meaning from the tallest, at least on paper.
Especially since they're dead after Florpus, and it would be weird for him to
Yeah.
find that out. I think it's funnier if he
not-
he assumes
not
they're
dead. They're
no,
they're
Jonan
gonna
said
get
at Con,
out.
they're still there. They're
They
dead
went to
for
live on
sure
the
this
farm.
time.
And then
Like
he
that's-
forgets, and then his dad goes back to not remembering anything at the end, so we've just robbed him of all that validation. And people hate that. I've seen people get so angry that we just reset it. And I'm like, have you watched the show? Like, characters are dead, and in the next episode, they're back. The tallest are dead.
They're in purgatory.
Or at least they're in purgatory. But like, I feel like
I
it'd
just-
be
we
weird
wanted
for
the
Zim to
end-
know that.
end
Also,
purgatory
look,
theory,
dramatic
but the
lighting.
Invader
I
Zim
love
yeah.
this part
purgatory theory.
so
They
much.
try to still command the Operation Doom 2 from the weird dimension they're at. So
That's
This is the part of the episode where we learn the lesson that Arnold learned that day. But in Zim, it's the part where we take out kids' organs.
Yeah.
No.
Again, this episode was originally going to be paired with Dark Harvest. Even in
would've been a
like,
double
I was
movie.
just reading like a press guide of Invader Zim, like what they would have sent to the press before it aired, and they grouped this with Dark Harvest. So they were supposed to go together. Like Zim was supposed to be like a monster in early series, and then like that quickly faded.
Him with the fingers.
Also, you ever need to do a
Here we
gory
go.
shot? This is how you do it.
Yay!
Panda Shadow.
you know, for kids.
Oh yeah!
Let's see. I
So,
think
Zim gave him
Megadoomer pointed out like
improved
fluid
eyes.
here, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, not
Jonan
seeing
got
it
away with
in
this because he had to argue to Nickelodeon that no, these eyes are an upgrade. Zim gave him a gift.
Well, the way I thought of it, the way I defended it was that he doesn't just take his eyes. It's not mean. He gives him newer, more powerful eyes.
Cyber eyes.
And then future episodes, they're green again.
I actually have a headcanon. So I actually have a headcanon about this.
Yeah.
I headcanon that what happened was that Keef ended up finding a way to disable the hypnosis part of the eyes, fixed the vision to be normal, and then painted the pupils like green and black again. That way they could appear normal.
Neat. That or he wears contacts like Zim does, because Zim's contacts are pretty all-encompassing, and like
I
pretty.
don't know. I feel like it's pretty clear. Somehow he gets his eyes back. Maybe he just grows them back.
No,
he grows them back.
Okay, in Return of Keef, he knows that Zim's an alien, but I forgot how. I think it's because he was able to see through his disguise, but that might just be me misremembering from fanfiction. So, I was a complete idiot here. The moment I was thinking of didn't come from Return of Keef, it came from the fanfiction In Short Supply by Secret 2. Don't judge me for what I read in middle school. Funny enough, that's also the fanfiction with the Thanksgiving dance. Why I thought this was in Return of Keef? I just remembered it wrong. Simple as that. See? I can admit when I make shit up. But Bryce is correct. Keef doesn't know what Zim is. Don't listen to me.
No, he says Zim wants to admit to being a ghost or whatever.
The news is he's ready to talk to you. He wants to admit to being a ghost or whatever.
Sorry, I am talking out of my ass here.
I made a Keef episode. I made all of them.
Right.
At one point.
He was low-key slick with this.
Yeah, also him hanging from the ceiling here and then snapping his fingers. That's good. I love this shot.
I love that.
Yeah, look at that.
So much.
Diva.
That's
absolutely.
Yes, quick.
Get it. That squirrel sounded like the Zim.
Hey, no, he's just
like, can we see the in-betweens of when he shifts into Zim?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can we see the in-betweens?
And he morphs.
Alright, let's see the Animorph. Oh! Okay, so we start with the legs and the eyes.
He gets shoes.
And then,
oh, that's cute.
Oh, that is very cute. I like that squirrel design. And then it just
squirrel.
Okay, now it's Invader Squirrel, and then now it's
Invader Gopher.
Tail just flash in the pack, and then then just snap into Zim.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And then he grows a little bit. He's baby here, and then and then he settles. Yeah, this is the part I want to talk about. Like, this is the part that tells me that, like, the point of the episode is that, Zim sucks here. And then he immediately falls to the ceiling. As if to say, no, Zim, you stupid idiot, you do need companionship. At least in some form.
So at least Zim got a little bit of a comeuppance.
Yeah. That's why I don't feel weird about this episode like other people do. I think, like, Zim, like, definitely just screwed himself in some way.
I can't stand to do that. Like, Athalas just wanted to go straight. Like,
hey, at least Gretchen's still here.
Sabotage a lot.
She stayed when no one else did.
This yet.
Yeah.
But this is not the second aired episode, even though it's the second episode in the DVD order.
Ballerina. Gymnast.
Yeah. So the second episode that airs after Nightmare Begins is Parent Teacher Night, which I would actually argue that is a better second episode.
Yeah, that was the second episode I watched on Hulu. So yeah, I've experienced it as episode 2.
Aww.
His buck
I love
teeth.
that little.
I love that. No. You don't even see his mouth move when he says that, but that's fine. It's just a projection.
Oh, also for those that weren't alive back then, Parent Teacher Night was paired with Fairly Odd Parents when Timmy's godparents turn into his parents to go to Parent Teacher Night at school. So it was like the Parent Teacher Night.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one when I was watching season 1 of Fairly Odd Parents. I'm like, huh, interesting.
Yep, those are paired together.
I was on live back then. I was dead. I came back.
And then, come on.
He didn't die, guys. No, he didn't die.
Flash.
He was supposed to
Fade
die,
to
but
red.
then
They
ended up.
Trust me, bro.
They actually
Trust
like
me, bro.
Nickelodeon
Don't
forced.
sure.
Yeah, Nickelodeon forced the team to add in the line, "You don't like waffles," in order to confirm that.
To
that
show
Keef
any
didn't
sign
die.
of life. So, yeah, thoughts on Bestest Friend? Well, start with you.
I still love that episode.
I have a headcanon. I have a theory.
Yeah, you got a theory?
Keef grows up to become the Postal dude.
Was it Dib? Is it Jonan? Who is it?
No, it's Keef, because Keef is ginger. The Postal dude is ginger.
Huh.
I have like an entire theory thing. I'm gonna like make a video about this theory.
Flamgo, any like specific thoughts about Bestest Friend?
Yeah, it is held together with duct tape.
Yeah.
Zim is warped into a skin. Zim is a skinwalker here.
Oh, you want to see like Skinwalker? The one that the crew is most embarrassed by, like animation-wise, is the Wettening. That one is a disaster.
Oh.
That's my favorite.
Can't wait for
episode,
that
actually.
one.
Yeah, it's good, especially like the writing, but the animation is like really whack.
My favorite episode, I think it would be Mega Doomer because it's hilarious.
My favorite episode is the tie between Bloaty's Pizza Hog and Bolognius Maximus. Bloaty's Pizza Hog because it's one of the best Gaz-focused episodes, and I love Bolognius Maximus because it's the funniest episode to me, so it's a tie.
My favorite's Tack the Hideous New Girl because Tack is in it, and I like Tack, and she's my favorite character.
I'm actually really glad they didn't air this as the second episode, because you have to remember back then, like, there was no streaming services, and so what Nickelodeon would do is whatever episodes had already aired, they just rerun the same episodes over and over and over and over again until the new one comes out. So this would be like, you just see this one over and over and over.
If they did it like originally, they had literally just Bestest Friend and Dark Harvest over and over and over again. Like, imagine if that was your impression of Invader Zim for like a while.
Yeah, I'm really glad they went with Parent Teacher Night and Walk of Doom first. Walk of Doom,
definitely.
The Parent Teacher Night, big win. And I'm sure they aired Nightmare Begins a decent amount.
Yeah, they had to
during
have
that time.
aired it a decent amount, especially since it was the introduction, so...
I remember seeing The Wettening when it first came out, and I then declared that Invader Zim was my favorite show, and then detracted it and said SpongeBob is my favorite, but Zim is my second favorite. That is still the case now.
Fair enough. Anyone else have any input on like either this episode or Keef? We're not gonna get Keef for a while. He's like not a speaking role.
Yeah, we won't get Keef again until the unfinished
Return
episode.
of Keef, which there's a multi-animator project that's finished for that, so yay, we get to watch that.
Yay!
We'll eventually get to that.
Yeah, so
for the prom episode, but I don't know if I say it now or later.
Yeah, when it comes to
we should
like, Return of
totally
Keef,
talk about the prom idea in like the Discord chat.
Okay, I was thinking, like, okay, if we were to do Return of Keef, like, was there any indication that in Return of Keef he still has these eyes?
I don't
Because
think so.
I will
So you
have
really
to.
think,
I'll
like,
I'll
they are-
check and post.
Okay, because
I genuinely don't
Because
remember.
if he does, if it turns out that like no, he's meant to keep those eyes, and all the other shots with him in all the other episodes are just errors, then like I kind of want to redo Return of Keef with like these new robot eyes.
I'll also see what they do in the multi-animator project because they had to have like talked about that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So on Keef, I don't have to like that many thoughts about the episode other than what I already said. But like on Keef specifically, I do want to note that in a lot of fan material, they tend to characterize him as a yandere.
Oh my god.
Where he's like they tend to flanderize him where he's just obsessed with Zim. Not that he just like the impression I get is that he never had a friend before, as he said.
I've never won anything before. I promise I'll be the best, most loyal friend ever.
And so Zim being his first friend and choosing him is just like super, super validating in a way that he wasn't like, you know, like wasn't socially prepared for, and he just gets really, really, really attached to like the first person. But like that could have been anyone. That could have been Dib. That could have been like Gaz if she cared. That could have been any other kid. Could have been Melvin. Could have been Gretchen. If any of them actually bothered to like reach out to him. But a lot of people Flanderize him as just being really, really in love with Zim. And I think that's wrong.
I like it. It's
I do want to
stupid, but
say,
it's a guilty pleasure of mine.
I do want to say, even though like these are the very early episodes and there's a lot of the stuff that we would consider mistakes, but like at the time, like they were animated correctly as far as like the animators knew.
Yes.
But even then, I'm still floored by how many animation errors that we're catching. There's so much more than I actually thought, especially with this Nightmare Begins. I don't know, I felt like the pilot was like pretty clean.
Well, also I think the pilot, well, I'm trying to think. I do know, at least definitely for the series, they outsource all their animation. Like they do the storyboards in-house, but all of that is outsourced, and they do constantly have to correct it. There are so many corrections in that guide I sent y'all with like all the like the little corrections on the characters. That's the stuff that doesn't make it to air. So these just kind of like slip through the cracks, but there's so much. There's a lot.
All right, well, I'm excited for the next one, Nano Zim.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Also, one of the ones that ends in the end, even though it doesn't.
Yep.
It's not the end.
Also, like I do know NanoZim, people like the people who have like really liked that one. It's mainly because it's a really good showcase of the CG. So like a good look at that.
Absolutely.
And also update on the whole like what is the status of the pilot?
Got it.
Like why is the pilot like that? I ran a poll on YouTube and on my Tumblr side blog. And overall, the winning theory is that it's just Zim's POV, but that's mainly on YouTube, where I got more votes, by the way. On Tumblr, people don't really like the Zim POV theory. People overwhelmingly voted on there for the pilot just being its own universe. I think mainly because Tumblr just has like a really like fan fiction culture of like just wanting to separate Pilot Dib into his own like entity for like fan art purposes. But I still like the idea that the pilot is like all that actually happened in canon. It's just like Zim's like perspective warping it.
Very well.
But you know, everyone can have their own headcanon. All right, excellent job,
thanks
everyone.
for watching, everybody.
Yeah. See you next time.
One time, she punched me in the face. It was awesome.